Something very strange happened. I had traveled away from this location. When I came back, I found there was no way to get through this gate here. I had to talk to this dude and ask them for reclamation. And they said that I would be seen to my vessel. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but we managed to make it. Only got about half an hour here, so let's make tracks, let's beat feet. It is past time we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Are you completely out of your fucking mind, boy child? Like, what? What are you, we got obliterated there once. Wasn't the point that it was secret? Why are we doing this? You have been surprisingly on the money so far, Alf. But I cannot say that we need to rebuild in the same place that our enemies already know we're at. Are we going to prevent the Garleans from coming and squishing us there again? It seems that the Garleans are an unstoppable force from our perspective, so what is the plan? Fucking enlighten me, boyo. Let me know, because I for one am not dying here in Waking Sands. Oh, whereabouts? Is he down here? Looks like he's down here, it's a little hard to tell. Papalaimo, were they there? I didn't notice. Wait, were they? Yes, thank goodness. Zipping the wrong way already. Hey, Alf. Tell me, Longpoint, does aught strike you here as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed to the Solar. I bet it's... Tataru is who I was talking about, not Papalaimo. White? We find the voice again, we'll see. Oh, hello. Who goes there, says Ida. Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alpha, hush, work. Hush. Seriously. Well, that was an unfortunate confluence of things. That was, work pinging me, which then pushed this to the background, and auto text scroll was going. So Ida recognized Sid. Now I'm aware. Not that I'm aware of, this is not a dream. It's been a while, Ida. Collapse. Lore. I don't believe it. I was so sure you'd been... This is some stuff for the 1.0 fans. This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... So we have link shells, but we didn't communicate at all, huh? Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola's here too. We didn't even bother trying to look for the other Scions, even though we've been like making public appearances, places, Jesus. Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalaimo and Philia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? A wrong voice. Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, when the Gaius is yet to harness. The Echo. The Echo. Huh? Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he will doubtless desire such protection. Yeah, that's fair. He means to use Minfilia to get an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. It was Tataru! More like Traitoroo. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? Why don't you go, your bed will be on the bloodstain. Go sleep on the floor, girl. I bet it's still warm. What? Oh, yes, of course, whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest. The scions sleep standing up. It's just their way. They're like horses. Do horses sleep standing up? I'm sure they don't. I don't know, do they? Maybe they do.
Think.
God. I specifically wore my God isolating helmet today, and yet here is God thrusting more religious experiences on me. I can't stand these omnipresent presences. Yikes. Is this the moon? I keep forgetting what the moon was called. It had some very particular name. Dalamud? Was that the moon? The weaponized danger egg.
Bringer of light.
Is that me? It's a lot of weight to put on one
Brave
cat's
gatherer of
shoulders.
the crystals, thy soul burneth bright.
Thank you. I've been burnishing it.
I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always.
This seems like a simplistic depiction
The
of a person's
crystals
character.
shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both.
Oh, great. I mean, I've been looking for those.
Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour
Is there any furniture in here?
thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness.
They've been making me sleep standing up. I would just
Go with
love
caution, my child,
a
but
sofa.
fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Great. It fills me with confidence. Hydaelyn, you've been so... You seem at best locked out of the world. I'm just the fountain through which you spray. Anyway, Y'shtola. Long Point. I see you and Arthur are safe. And Cid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Soir guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Huh? I guess they're not shocked, they're just like completely nonplussed. No, nonplussed means surprised, not unimpressed. Reclamation is complete. There we go, we got like 14 quests to go or something. We can do it, we can do it. Y'shtola. Casing the Centrum. The rescue of our allies would be no small undertaking, Longpoint. Even under normal circumstances, breaking the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But the Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable. But now that the Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they've taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this, Lord Portelaine of the House Durandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Kurthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. I'm so sick of asking those fucks for help. Why must I be beholden to the nobility of Ishgard? They are so... Oof, it's such a web work. Give me a nice authoritarian communist any day. I mean, over most forms of government, honestly. Oh boy. Okay, well, you don't need to watch this humiliating trek across the snow. Okay, where's our buddy? Nose. What you got to say? No problem with my company. I've had enough of this stale bread, this stale ale, and the stale company. Okay, we read those backwards. Where? Someday we're gonna play Night in the Woods on this channel. We truly are. I actually recorded a little bit of it once. Longpoint, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Ishtola, but of course, Lord Dromont confided in me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. What was that sound? Wasn't this guy like a southerner? He was like a Ribald Barterman type. Castrum Sentry would interest you have you all in the Imperials. They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Huron woman, Nelson man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It's them. It has to be Menphilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scamp marshal is of any use to you, it may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, big fella and a little fella, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A big fella and a little fella, Mr. Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress and they both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners.
Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Longpoint, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they're captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter.
Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it's an endeavor that will admit some slight delay.
Fuck you!
The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you'd best act now.
If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow science prisoner in the hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge were not scions, nor did they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portland said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this.
Certainly hope not. Sister. Why are there hurt sounds going on out here? Who's taking damage? Ooh, whoa. It's the Darths. Darthfield and friends. That lady's painted on lips are bad. I hate them. Swing those hips, Gaius. Oh, that dude's got the double shields. He's a Dark Souls. He's a Dark Souls. It's a Dark Souls after all. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work. But all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last we have the power to purge the land of its false gods. This is not cool enough. I don't think I can do it. Just give me a fucking filter. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. Knees. Nero deserves a voice. Apparently, Cappy described Nero as being like Team Rocket. What's my James voice like? As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. I'm going to go listen to some James. I like the idea of him being James. I feel like my James might shade over into my Vincent Price. Retain. You depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. Let's just say Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. I don't like the face on his helmet there. Like the chin, the mouth should not be up here. Or maybe those are eyes, but those look like eyes, don't they? My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Maybe it looks okay with it kind of further. Yet forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Prefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. I like that. I mean, they should be strapped to his arm. That's the right way.
My quarters, 1 hour.
Don't... I'm sure it's not a sex thing. Gaius seems like an extremely driven man. Portalane, you gotta decide. We standing up or sitting down. Eyes on the Empire. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity all along of Abalathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. At a report of the Imperial's airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Jemail Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Britchelt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May your fury grant you strength. I'm not a big follower of your fury, sir. We're going to be asked to do the Jemail Darkhold at last. That's good. I mean, I've had to do it several times. It should be a quick sprint through. That should round out our hour quite nicely, I think. And it'll give us an excuse to read about what the fuck it is. Hey. Hello, Britchelt. Britchelt? I think we pronounced it with a CH, didn't we? I hate that I can't, like, just land sometimes. It's a very Final Fantasy in general thing to be unable to land in some places. Britchelt.
You stand before Jemail Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgarian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter.
As it happens, Britchelt, I've got a letter of introduction right here.
A letter from Lord Portalane? So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have been sighted since in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Autumn Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pierremont. He should be able to assist you.
Ooh, I sense another comedy Frenchman coming. Yeah, there is a character in our future who is definitely going to be a comedy Frenchman, and we're going to be hearing a lot from that bitch. I think I might need to... Here's the thing. We're going to get a little bit more out of Heavensward if we become a Dragoon first. But I don't think we have the time at this point. Pierremont. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with mine own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Rough orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. You gonna send me into this dungeon, or are we just talking to everybody standing outside dungeons? They're the most watchful men around. The prints in the snow. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, I may have you be able to follow the prints to their owners. Alright, it's footprint finding time. Sniff 'em. Put your nose to the prince. These are fresh prints in chill air. Where are we headed? Gotta hop off the orcs. Can't the orcs just sniff them? I mean, they're born trackers, right? Do 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 do. To find the truth, I've even lied. Yet all I know is down inside I'm bleeding. Touch the prince, yeah. Touch him. Search him. That's quite the dramatic rock fixture. These footprints aren't very far apart. Wouldn't take much of a bloodhound. And of course, we got a little dog in us. I remember being a dragon and knowing the smell of souls. They're all cobblers, the Ora, to a man. Put on your big brown boots. Have I ever read A King When It Rains? It's a really nice little short story. Oh, it's probably lost now because I deleted all this. I deleted essentially every old attachment in my mail, which was sort of a pointless exercise. Unfortunately, I lost things forever that I don't need, I hope, but that would have been nice to be able to review. But I had a short story that I wrote many, many years ago that was deliberately written all with monosyllabic words. Hey, it's Wedge. He put on his big brown boots. They were made just for nights like these. We're so cold. Oh, wait, who are these characters? One was Duke Nukem and the other was, that was a long time ago, and my Duke Nukem is no good anyway. We want to go home. Hey! Ah, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Wow. Longpoint, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on invading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. I feel like I sound like a teenager doing that voice. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me. Oh, wait, no.
It's me, Sid. Have you had any success?
So these do still work. So why weren't we in touch with Ishtola? You fucking dick. Jesus.
Tracked down Wedge. That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs?
You can't shake your head on the phone, Erwin.
I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fella went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but I've nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west, with both Ida and Ishtola helping out. I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an old Ishgarian fortification not far from the west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there.
Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years. Duke Nukem forever. Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Longpoint. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Yep. This is a punishment for all of us. This little excursion into the land of Eorzea. Let's make our way to Monument Tower. Got just a couple minutes left here. Love to finish Footprints in the Snow, you know. Hello, Abelie. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, would seem your Hey, it's quite chill. Come and warm yourself up by the fire. I'll bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest where you can. Footprints in the snow. We're so fancy looking, you know. It's a shame that we just got this shit from promoting our character. Wedge. Monumental hopes. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone out in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Longpoint, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. People keep flickering in and out of existence, and I don't like it. Alright, well, we will go find that man. More pain sounds. What is going on? This is so haunted. What? There's people suffering all around me. I am, What is going on? Well, anyway, let's be rid of this cursed land. I hate it. Okay, I'm leaving. I will see you soon.